Welcome, everybody, to the history-making, to the groundbreaking, to the earth-shaking Monday Night Raw.
All roads lead to the next pay-per-view, so sit down, buckle up, and step on the gas. We're getting there as fast as we can.
Up next, we have singles action.
This is going to be amazing.
Here comes the Kingslayer.
I think the look of confidence on the face of Seth Rollins says it all. He is ready.
Rollins, one of the greatest of this generation.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, the
Seth Rollins has made a career
Intercontinental
out of taking risks
Rollins.
and seizing opportunities.
Seth Rollins has been a multi-time champion, a Money in the Bank ladder match winner, debuted as part of the Shield with Reigns and Ambrose.
Rollins thrives and is driven by people doubting him, by people saying that he can't do something. Rollins will do it just to silence them and smile in their face.
Batten down the hatches.
And his opponent, standing 7 feet tall, weighing in at 385 pounds, The Big Show.
Strutting to the ring. Look at the size of him.
Big Show more agile than we've seen him in years and more dominant than he's been in years.
A confident look on the face of the Big Show.
When a superstar signs a contract to face the Big Show in singles competition, some would suggest they should make it legal for that person to bring a weapon to the ring with them, or an army.
And I wouldn't at all be surprised if this match stole the show here tonight.
Let me tell you, I shook hands with the Big Show, and afterwards, I couldn't hold a pen for hours.
Saxon, you're a liar. The Big Show would never shake your hand. Oh, what a nasty knee lift.
Now the old vicious head crank.
Look at the torque.
Setting him up for the... What a stomp. Good grief.
Seth Rollins in some trouble here, but it's going to cover.
Easily kicks out of that one.
Still a lot more fight left.
kick.
Right on the money.
Oh, a reversal by Big Show.
Attack to the midsection.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man. Now the old vicious head crank.
Look at the torque. Torture your opponent's neck. I like it.
Escapes trouble there.
Drop kick.
Oh, great height.
Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy.
Boom, right across the small of the back.
Seth Rollins finds a way out.
You know, gentlemen,
For a schoolboy.
This just might be enough for him to take the victory here. Things just went from bad to worse for the Big Show.
Seth Rollins going for the cover.
The Architect trying to end this thing early.
There's the pinfall and the victory.
That match deserves another look, folks.
And last but not least, there was this.
Here is your winner, Seth Rollins.
And the first match of the night comes to an end in thrilling fashion.
And you just know the rest of the card is watching in the back, wondering how in the world they're going to follow that.
Believe it or not, that's just the beginning, folks. Stay tuned for more great action.
When we return, it's a battle where the participants will need to know where they are at all times.
It'll be the Revival against Team Titus O'Neil.
Big time matchup.
No flips, Byron.
Just fists. Tag team specialists. There may not be a better team in all of WWE right now than Dawson and Wilder. Great tag teams are on the same page. These two are in the same syllable.
Like you and I, Corey. What about me?
Worldwide.
And their opponents, accompanied by Dana Brooke, at a combined weight of 511 pounds, Titus O'Neil and Apollo Crews. Titus Worldwide.
Byron, you should be a part of Titus Worldwide. You'd fit right in with Dana Brooke and company.
Well, Titus and I are pretty tight.
No, you're not tight. You went to the same college.
Yes.
There was 5,000 other students there at the same time. Worldwide?
No, it's like this. Worldwide.
Both legal men are in the ring and set to start things off here. We're ready to go.
Guys, the tag team scene in WWE right now is so impressive, and these two tandems are a lot of the reason why.
Scott Dawson says he is an innovator in the ring while still being old school.
Well, taking lessons from some of the greats like the Minnesota Wrecking Crew, Scott Dawson prides himself on being a ring general. Oh, that might have just broken something.
Standing at 6'6" and weighing 270 pounds, Titus O'Neil is always a favorite to win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal during the WrestleMania kickoff broadcast. O'Neil's such a dominating force in the ring and is certainly not worried about physical contact from opposing WWE superstars.
Boom, what impact!
The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal at the 33rd WrestleMania may have been the greatest one yet. The matchup saw an awesome array of superstars to the Raw and SmackDown brands, and Titus O'Neil was right in the thick of things as soon as the match got underway.
Once Big Show and Braun Strowman were eliminated back-to-back, the belief was the Battle Royal was anyone's to win. And with Titus's size and strength, he was considered a favorite. O'Neil was one of the final 5 superstars in the Battle Royal before being eliminated by Sami Zayn.
What a stomp! Good grief!
Oh, man! This is not where Titus O'Neil wants to be. He came into this match expecting a fight, and that's exactly what he's getting.
It might be time for him to recharge that battery. All he has to do is get to his corner and make the tag.
If things don't change in a hurry, this has all the makings of a short evening for him. Despite Titus's intimidating aura when he's in front of WWE cameras, the big man is a proud father and works with many philanthropic causes away from the ring. And Titus and I were friends at the University of Florida. This doesn't hurt. I can tell you no one is more giving of his time to those who are less fortunate.
There he goes, crashing to the floor.
Titus O'Neil is known for a very aggressive persona here in WWE, but away from sports entertainment, Titus is a very different person. 2015, Titus won the Mega Dad Award for Celebrity Dad of the Year.
For years, Titus O'Neil has volunteered his time and made a variety of charitable donations to national and local organizations. Away from the bright lights of WWE, Titus firmly believes in giving back and helping others.
Inverted suplex.
Oh, come on, not like this. This is not how I wanted to see this end.
Let's take another look at these guys getting after it.
No doubt about it, he brought his A game, as you can see here.
Here are your winners, Scott Dawson and Jack Wilder, the Revival.
And it's a count-out victory here tonight.
Now that's the kind of win you can build some momentum off of.
Buckle up, because we have a contest that's going to blow the roof off this place against the Authors of Pain.
Big time matchup.
Oh, boy.
open your ears, Michael Cole. Things are about to get
all the way
woken.
to the ring, at a combined weight of 521 pounds, Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt.
This is just dumb.
It's not dumb, Cole. It's
Can you
woken.
believe this is dumb?
It's the yin and the yang. It's the light and the dark. It's the deleter of worlds.
Hey, Corey.
What?
You think I can be woken?
Absolutely not, Byron Saxton. You are an ignoramus.
I do have an idea, though, Byron.
What did he call me?
Go jump in the lake that Hardy has and never... It's devastation time! Frightening. Unnerving.
A couple of bad dudes.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 620 pounds, Akam and Razor, the authors of pain.
What an incredible opportunity on this big stage for the authors of pain tonight.
It was just a matter of time before Razor and Akam made it to the big stage in WWE because they have done nothing but destroy everything in front of them.
Tell you what, just the intimidating march to the ring is enough to throw your opponent's mindset out of whack. Man, these guys are scary.
This is it. Tag team action underway here, guys.
These superstars are about to put on a clinic in tag team competition, guys. That's how good they are.
Why does it always look like Matt Hardy is having some sort of breakdown?
I think the word you were looking for, Saxton, is woken. Because we are witnessing woken Matt Hardy. Get with the program.
Leg sweep.
Nicely done. Ooh, what impact.
Matt Hardy's a veteran with almost 25 years of experience. Guys, how can you counteract the Woken Warriors experience?
Matt has done a lot with his career, but I think that if you point out some of his shortcomings, you can trigger the jealousy he has for some of his contemporaries.
Byron brought up Matt Hardy's jealousy issues. His rivalry with his brother Jeff is proof of that. And don't forget how unhinged Matt became when Lita left him for Edge.
Gentlemen, you are talking about a vessel who no longer recognizes jealousy. Matt Hardy has deleted such feelings and now exists on a much higher plane. Figure out a new game plan, fellas.
Vicious strike. Harsh impact.
You know, even before Matt Hardy became woken, he could still be a bit strange. Need I remind you guys of when he used to call himself version 1?
Cole, you really need to be more tech savvy. Matt Hardy version 1 was an excellent reboot. He come to the ring every week with Matt facts that would both delight and inform the WWE Universe.
Perhaps thinking about what to do next here.
Well, better not think too long, though. Corey brought up Matt Hardy version 1's old Matt facts, and I just dusted off an old website to read them. Let me get this straight. Matt strongly disliked...
Here's Akam.
His hopes of winning this tag team match are starting to dwindle.
The Abani breaks free.
But the damage might have already been done, Michael.
In off the tag.
Over the last few years, the tag team scene in WWE is hotter than it's ever been. One of the teams that has shined brighter than any other is the New Day. Xavier Woods, Big E, and Kofi Kingston are two-time tag team champions. But it was their second reign that put the New Day name in WWE history books forever.
The tag team competition right now is as heated as it's ever been since the Attitude Era. Everywhere you look, there's another tremendous tag team combination looking to make a run at the WWE Tag Team Gold. When we talk about the New Day, the team won a fatal four-way match in their second tag team title reign at 2015's SummerSlam.
I may think the power of positivity stinks like a bag of rotting garbage, and that Woods, Kingston, and Big E are idiots. But I'll give the New Day this. They're one of the greatest tag teams ever. And what put them in that category was when their tag team championship reign lasted a record-setting 483 days.
There have been times in sports entertainment when unlikely duos have formed, and over time they develop and bond and become an outstanding tag team combination. The team that immediately comes to mind is the powerhouse duo of Cesaro and Sheamus. After their thrilling best-of-7 series, I wouldn't think they'd develop into a top tag team.
Exhausting a lot of energy here with this cradle.
Yeah, but more than likely it will pay off.
I don't think anyone thought Cesaro and Sheamus would develop into a premier tag team. Over time, the superstars realized that they were better as allies than as enemies. And when they combined their incredible strength, the results were something that couldn't be ignored.
It was really unbelievable to witness the evolution of Cesaro and Sheamus as a team. We saw them improve every week and conquer a variety of opponents. To see the Swiss Cyborg and Celtic Warrior go from unwilling partners to WWE Raw Tag Team Champions was truly impressive.
Bringing it back into the ring.
Oh, man! Tagged in.
The impact.
Oh, God, that hurt.
Bray Wyatt is being outworked here tonight. Where do you think he should go from here? Guys, he's going to have to turn things around quickly if he wants to win this thing.
This is not the time to be a heel. Drive his opponent down with a Uranagi. He can end it here.
Hopefully Razor can recover. Oh, look at the quickness of Razor.
Man, that big shouldn't move that fast. Beautiful technique.
Not so fast. Knocked him right off his feet.
Yeah, no kidding. Man, look at the quickness of Razor.
Man, that big shouldn't move that fast. What a chancery. With the damage sustained by Wyatt, he could be on his way out.
You can't help but wonder how much more of this he can take.
He's in big trouble here. I don't think I remember ever seeing him this much off his game.
He wants no part of the outside.
He's calling for it.
Bray Wyatt. Sister Abigail. Delivered by Bray Wyatt.
This is his opportunity to win this thing.
There's the pin. 1, 2. Not enough to end this one.
Razor refuses to surrender.
I'm not surprised at all. Look at the quickness of Razor.
A man that big shouldn't move that fast.
He's making a statement here with this attack.
Oh, man. Razor took his head off.
Just when you thought
He's got him covered.
they did it.
These guys gave everyone their money's worth. Here's another look.
He ain't messing around. Look at him go. Man, oh man, look at that. Ain't nothing better than action like this.
Here are your winners, Akam and Razor, the authors of pain.
And that's a win to start off the night.
No wonder these guys won. They work together like they've been teaming up since birth.
What a way to kick off the night. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're just getting started.
Here comes the Riot Squad.
On the way to the ring, accompanied by Liv Morgan, Sarah Logan, and Ruby Riot, the Riot Squad.
WWE could use a little anarchy. Would you agree, fellas?
I don't agree with that. I get nervous whenever these three are around.
And their opponents, first, from San Diego, California, the Raw Women's Champion, Nia Jax.
Guys, what better way to start the night off than with this one?
I can't think of a better match to kick the night off, Michael. In fact, we haven't even gotten started yet, and I can assure you that this will be a tough match to follow.
Mickie James!
And her partner, accompanied by Alexa Bliss, from Richmond, Virginia, Mickie James.
A six-time champion. I sometimes question the fact that she's friends with Alexa Bliss. But despite that fact, she's a legend.
Cole, it sounds to me like maybe you're a little bit jealous that Mickie gets to spend time with the goddess and you're not even allowed to look in her general direction.
Maybe. You too, Michael? Mickie James, also a talented country singer.
Mickie James, talented in the ring, talented behind the microphone. Byron, one of these days you'll find something you're good at in life. Maybe not.
And we're now underway with this huge tag team match.
Guys, the tag team scene in WWE right now is so impressive, and these two tandems are a lot of the reason why. She's tossed. She get airline miles for that.
So strong. Fireman's carry. Slamming her to the mat.
Oh, so hazardous to your health, too.
She's taking on some offense here, but you can bet there's still plenty of gas left in her tank.
She's putting up quite a fight here, Cole, but despite that, now is probably a good time to look for the tag.
This is bad, guys. This match has been trending in the wrong direction for her almost from the opening bell.
Neck breaker. When you see Ruby Riott, you know that Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan are close by, just waiting to strike. And that is something that every competitor in the women's division must combat against.
I don't like what you're insinuating, Cole. Ruby knows that when you're dealing with privileged people, the odds are often in their favor. Logan and Morgan even the score and pay immediate dividends.
I'd like to elaborate on my point about Ruby Riott's expertise in playing the numbers game, gentlemen. The result is the Riott squad is running roughshod over the entire women's division.
Well, we know that these unprovoked, often blindsided attacks are just going to continue, Michael. I don't know if there's anyone who can put an end to the Riott squad's brutality and chaos.
Continuing to punish them.
Oh, my. In a tag team contest, a superstar and partner lock up against another duo. Unless there's a special stipulation added to the match, the traditional rules of a singles match apply in terms of winning the match via pinfall, submission, count-out, or disqualification.
Spinning kick to the gut. And a slam. In a standard tag team match, one competitor is in the ring against an opponent, and their teammate is in their corner standing on the ring apron. I should also point out that the competitor in the ring, as far as the referee is concerned, is the legal man. Only the legal man can attempt to score a fall over an opponent or be defeated by an opponent.
In a tag match, when a superstar tags their partner, the person who tagged out has until the referees count 5 to exit the ring. For a tag to be considered legal, both of the superstars' feet have to be on the apron. The partner must be touching the tag rope in the corner. Both team members must touch, and the referee must see the tag be made.
For many years, members of the WWE Universe and the WWE locker room have felt that tag team matches should have 2 referees. One referee is in the ring overseeing the action, and the other is located out on the floor, making sure teams follow the rules and do not engage in potentially damaging behavior. I think it's a good idea, something perhaps Mr. McMahon might want to consider.
Byron, earlier you raised a point that people have been talking about for years, and that's a second referee being appointed to tag team matches. I remember WWE Hall of Famer and former WWE President Gorilla Monsoon used to express his strong advocacy for 2 referees being appointed to tag team matches.
It's something that's been talked about for decades, Michael, and I don't think it's ever going to happen. We've seen it on occasion, but I think it's best to let the superstars be responsible for themselves. And the appointed official for the match needs to do the job they're paid to do. I don't think it's that much to ask.
Nailed it.
Sarah Logan was just able to get out of the way there.
You gotta believe this one's over. I think she's trying to prove a point here.
Sarah Logan was just able to get out of the way there. What a headbutt.
Vicious. Nia Jax is the most powerful woman in WWE. And we've seen her dominate opponents without breaking a sweat. Guys, how do you prepare for the irresistible force?
Nia Jax is one of the most dominant competitors from a physical perspective. When she has the right mindset, nobody can compete with the irresistible force. Your best bet is to play the mental game with Nia.
Oh, what impact. Talking some more about strategy against Nia Jax. Corey brought up that an opponent might have an advantage if they can get inside the head of the irresistible force. Do you agree, Byron?
Well, I'm not a fan of trash talking, but Nia has proven to be thin.
Leg drop across the throat.
Oh, man, what a leg drop. This might be it, guys. How is Sarah Logan gonna survive? Delivered with force.
She's so close. There it is. She's made the tag.
And her partner is on absolute fire right now.
Digging deep for a kick out.
She's still in this one.
Look at the look in her eyes. She's in the zone now. What's Sarah Logan putting together here?
Moonsault. Here's her chance to end this thing.
They got it. Let's take another look at these women in action.
That's a woman on a mission. Man, this was great. And finally,
Here are your winners, Sarah Logan and Ruby Riott, the Riott Squad.
An amazing contest comes to a close following a decisive pinfall victory.
if that's the type of action we're going to get all night long, I can't wait to see the rest of the card unfold.
The arena is still buzzing.
This matchup about to get started, and they just attacked him from behind.
Yeah, I mean, this is ridiculous. Guys didn't even have a chance.
The bell hasn't even rung yet.
He wants no part of the outside. Corey, what are they going to do here?
We're about to find out. Setting up.
Vertical suplex. Nice.
Irish whip. What's this? Big time slam. Vicious.
He's got him here. He's got him on the sidewalk. Slam.
Almost drove him through the ring.
In May of 2017, SmackDown Live saw an incredible women's tag team match when Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch squared off against welcoming committee members Natalya and Carmella. The rivalry between these women got so intense that Naomi was in Flair and Lynch's corner, and Tamina was in Natalya and Carmella's corner.
I think only a group as treacherous as the welcoming committee could bring Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair back together. Natalya's power set the tone for the match and gave her team an advantage. That was until Carmella's overconfidence let the Irish last kicker turn the tide and get back into the match. And then it was elementary from there for the Irish-born superstar.
Naomi did an excellent job of making sure any quote-unquote committee nonsense cost her girls the match. Once Becky Lynch got Carmella locked in the disarmor, there was nothing for the Staten Island Princess to do but to tap out. And it didn't take long for that to happen. Tag made. We've seen some great chemistry from this team here, Michael.
Yeah, incredible chemistry. Nail it. Boom, what impact.
Harsh impact.
Oh, what an elbow.
Fandango gets tagged in. Back inside the ring now.
This one's over.
Curtis Axel feeling some pressure here.
Headed into this match, he and his partner look extremely confident.
It's decision time, Cole. Does he try to get back on the offensive himself, or does he attempt to make a tag here?
This match is so evenly contested right now that it's almost impossible to pick a winner. I guess we'll just have to settle in and enjoy the action.
With a tag is Bo Dallas.
That'll give you whiplash. No, reverses it. Oh, with the elbow. Right on the jaw.
Drop kick hits the mark.
Bo Dallas caught a little off guard there.
This tag team match can get out of hand quickly if he doesn't mount an offense soon.
The beauty of tag team competition is that he doesn't need to take the entire brunt of the opposition's attack, though the thought of making a tag doesn't necessarily appear to be on his mind right now.
I know it's early, but he has to do everything in his power not to let this get out of hand.
Reverses that one.
And what a reversal there from Bo Dallas.
Flying forearm on the mark.
Look, oh, and a backbreaker.
Right to the spine.
Cutting it close here, guys.
What a coward. He's trying to get himself counted out, Cole.
Got the reversal.
Fandango is
What a tag team display.
Let's take another look at these guys in action.
He's getting after it here. I really enjoyed every minute of this.
Here are your winners, Fandango and Tyler Breeze. Breezango.
And that
that's what happens when you can't answer the 10 count.
If these guys choose to stay together, they have all the makings of being one of the best duos WWE has ever seen.
Plenty more action still to come here tonight, folks.
And here is the big dog on Monday Night Raw.
Making his way to the ring from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, the WWE Universal Champion, Roman Reigns.
Now, Roman Reigns once told me he carries his family legacy as a badge of honor that fuels his confidence that cannot be broken.
One of the workhorses of WWE proudly feels that he carries this business on his broad shoulders and will continue to do so well into the future.
Well, Roman has that swagger. Roman has that confidence. And Roman has that message to the entire roster of WWE. If you think you can stop me, try.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Go ahead, Byron, try.
I'm good.
One of the most dominating superstars of recent era.
This is going to be good.
And his opponent from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 251 pounds, John Cena.
Listen to this place. I believe the most polarizing superstar in WWE history. The greatest of all time, John Cena, set for action here tonight.
Shoulder tackle.
And John Cena, perhaps the most decorated superstar in WWE history, in action here.
I am looking forward to this.
Here we go, fellas. I've been looking forward to this one for quite some time.
John Cena is one of WWE's longest tenured veterans, but he's still got plenty left in the tank.
I'll agree with you, Byron. There's a reason they call the guy Big Match John.
Oh, a Samoan drop. What a stomp. Good grief. Fisherman suplex, classic.
I think we know what this is.
How'd he do that?
I don't know, Michael, but good hitting. I don't think he could have taken much more of that.
Ooh, what an uppercut. Incredible impact. Onto the back of the neck. Here he goes. Is he done? Nicely done as he gets out of the submission.
Color me surprised, Michael. I did not see that one coming.
You'll often see the words never give up on John Cena's clothing, and he truly lives by those words. Cena has spent over 15 years working hard to be the best, and he'll never quit on the WWE Universe.
I'm kind of astonished that as long as Cena's been around, we rarely see him take shortcuts. Heck, the guy literally won't quit. He'd rather pass out in pain than admit defeat and tap out.
I'm not giving up on the conversation about John Cena. That phrase, never give up, has inspired so many of Cena's fans. Terminally ill children, members of the military. Cena fights hard so that they can fight even harder.
Yeah, you have to be inspired by a guy with Cena's work ethic. He's fighting harder now than he was when he was a rookie. Nobody can doubt Cena when he utters those three words.
Going for the cover. And Cena pumps the shoulder up.
Too early in the match to end it.
Now it's Roman Reigns on his heels. He's really going to need to create some space for himself.
This is exactly the opening his opponent was looking for. It wasn't easy to find, but hey, he found it. Finally.
Oh, man. Cena, man, that hurts. This might be it. Oh, my. And now it's John Cena getting pushed to the limit.
He doesn't want to absorb much more punishment if he wants to win this match.
If he wants to win this thing, he's going to need to make some changes here. There's no way he can stay in this match if he doesn't find a way to fend off this attack.
At this point, they both look to be about evenly matched. Maybe I'd give him an edge, but
is it enough to end it?
Looking for all the glory here.
John Cena wins.
Now let's get another look at some of the high points of that one.
and here's a last look at this one.
Here is your winner, John Cena!
Big win here to start the show. And if that match is any indication of what to expect here tonight, we are in for an amazing evening.
Believe it or not, that's just the beginning, folks. Stay tuned for more great action.
the Beast.
Making his way to the ring from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 295 pounds, Brock Lesnar.
Now look at this.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Oh, we have a brawl on our hands.
What a scary drop.
What a strike. Right on the mark. Beautiful technique. Look at this. Boom. Nice.
Whoa, Triple H dodged that one.
Brock Lesnar.
This one is being waved off. Guess the match didn't even matter.
Oh, come on. That's garbage.
Oh, what a clothesline.
Forcefully delivered.